Oh my god, wait, rewind the tape.
Sounds easier that way, but
who knows? Guys, welcome. You're going to have to do the intro.
okay. Hi guys, welcome to Wait, Rewind the Tape. I'm Ruth. Natalie, I don't know why we're recording. Natalie cannot speak. She's the most ill in all the years I've known her. This is the most ill I've ever seen her. I feel so bad for her.
I don't feel as ill as I've ever felt.
Isn't it weird to say you look kind of hot?
Thank you. This is This is viral chic. Should we say?
You look like you're in a. I get into it. Oh my god.
Okay, so guys, just go on.
I was just saying I've been watching the no offense, but the Blade trilogy. You look like
why would that?
You could be in the cast. Personally, I think that's a compliment.
Well, I've never seen Blade, but you know how I feel about vampires.
Oh my god, watch the trilogy. The second one is definitely the best. The third one, they went all like Marvel early Avengers, which I just find really cheesy. But the second one, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Especially if you like the Godric era of True Blood, you'll like this.
Okay, well, I shall give it a go. Guys, just to set the scene, I look particularly gross at the moment. My nose is very red. I've put some nice calming balm on it, so it's also shiny and red. It looks dry and red and greasy and sore all at the same time. If you could imagine that. Yeah. It's festive, apart from the fact that I also have tired looking, sunken, shriveled eyes, and obviously this voice and cough. So I'm just going to let you know what's going on with me. I had a really bad cough that started on Sunday, was up all night, and I thought, if I'm up all night, then this probably classifies as a persistent cough. So I'm just going to get a PCR test. Now, we did have lateral flow tests in the house, but I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go straight for the PCR test. It doesn't, whatever. So I order a test.
That's a COVID test, to those that don't know. I don't know.
A PCR COVID test. Yeah, the PCR ones are the ones that you send off to the lab. The lateral flow ones are the ones that you can do at home. I still don't really know what the difference is, to be honest, but whatever.
Me neither.
I don't know. Who knows? So it arrived yesterday. Great, 24 hours. I'm happy with that, because I could have gone to a test center, but I don't want to do that. I can't be bothered doing that. You know what I mean? I would rather wait a day and have the test arrive at home. I'll do it myself, whatever. I'm opening the package, I'm looking through, I'm reading the pamphlet religiously to make sure, it says, read this before you do anything. I don't want to do anything wrong. If you notice anything damaged or missing, do not use the kit. Please call 119. And of course, there has to be something missing in my kit. I do not have a security tag. The security tag is what you use to close up the bag. For the listeners, I'm exhibit number A. Exhibit A. This is the cardboard box that you put your sample in to send it away. And it's supposed to have a really official security label that goes on here. I don't have one of those. What I have is this white label here that is essentially something that you would just label something with.
It's literally like a file label, and it's not even a full file label. It's torn.
It's torn. It's on a strip of a strip where other labels once were. It's literally the barcode label. It's like a barcode label.
That's what
Why have you sent me this? Was this to close the thing?
If you've ever worked in retail in a sale and you're at the bottom of the barrel dregs, you run out of real labels and you're just like pulling stuff out of drawers, that's what they've sent you.
That's what they've sent me. And knowing full well that I would be unable to use this, and had I just thought, fuck it, done the test, sent it back with this as the security tag.
No, that's what people
would not have done. But they won't accept that.
Natalie, you need to watch the Panorama episode about what's been going on in COVID test centres. And then you'll understand that the person who packed it and the person who opens it probably doesn't, they're not like, I'm not being shady to them. I'm just saying it's kind of like a summer job. Do you know what I mean?
I had that summer job though, granted not in COVID times, but I was a specimen.
No,
an
not the
MLA.
same. Not the same at all, because you were a specimen collector or whatever they're called. You worked in a lab at a time where there wasn't a global pandemic, so it wasn't like they were just taking anybody, and it wasn't like there was no structure. So you were just working in a lab of normal efficiency, and also you studied in the area, so it makes sense that you were doing that. Now, no, I'm serious. Now it's like...
But the people that I was working with didn't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to be qualified. I just got the job because my mum worked in the lab.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with my degree.
It's different now. It's like if you work in, let's say, if you work in a shop on a Wednesday morning, that sounds...
Versus Christmas sale. Versus Boxing Day.
Yeah, rather than working in like an electronic supplier on Black Friday. Like, it's a different kettle of fish.
I get that, but also, like, someone phoned it in the day they packed my test.
Honey,
so I call up stupidly, just to be like, hey, I don't have a securities label. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm like, on the call, like coughing my guts out. And then at that point, when she was like, right, well, you can't use it, you're going to have to get a new test, I should have been like, cool, no problem, let me just order one online. But I'm thinking maybe she'll be able to, sort something out, hook me up. No, we literally just went through the same online form that I would have done just on the phone together. And it was just like, I couldn't be like,
you couldn't be like, honey,
I don't need, wrap it up. Or you're like, you know what, just forget it, I'll do it online. So I just had to go through emotions.
No, you need to become more assertive. When you're ill, especially, and you feel yourself running towards the end of your tether, let the tether run. Just say, do you know what? I'll just do it online. Before she can say, good evening, thank you so much, hang up, cut it.
Yeah, I should have done.
You need to get more like brutal.
As
long as
you
you're not cruel to the person on the phone, because it's not their fault. As long as you're sweet to them and you say thank you, they'll get it.
I don't need to do this with you. I can do it online. Thank you. Bye.
Oh my God, thank you so much, but I don't need your assistance.
Let me just preface this with thank you. I'm grateful for your efforts in this global pandemic. I just say pandemic. Oh God. But we all know that if we were not in a pandemic, you would not have this job. You don't really care.
That's not true, because no matter what job I have, except for like 2 jobs in my life, have I cared? No. Pandemic or not. Okay, I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, the upshot of this is, guys, I did a lateral flow test and we are about just under 3 minutes away from finding out what the result is. To be honest, unless anything changes, I can see what the result is. I'll let you guess, but I'll tell you, obviously.
Don't have COVID.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I do. I literally know.
No, but if you do know, I'm guessing, are you saying you can see it now? Oh my God, your hand is shaking.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was a reflection of the water, my bad.
Ruth, you are absolutely determined to make it I'm like super ill and frail.
You are. I feel like you don't. Okay, when you're in your zone, you've been working from home and you've been getting on with it. I'm guessing other people in your house are also ill, so you're just accustomed to it. But I'm just telling you, as an outsider who's seen you for the first time this week.
Look gross as hell.
Honey, you are sick as a dog. Where does that phrase come from? Why are dogs sick? I don't get it.
I don't know. Why aren't they sick?
Unless it...
Anyway, that's me.
Our internet is not great today. I feel like it's going to affect the recording. Sorry, listeners.
Well, my patchy voice, patchy internet, soz. Just wait till you hear what we're talking about. I mean, you already know from the title, but just wait till you hear us actually talk about it.
Yeah, it gets worse, actually.
I like how we say that as if we record the intro, having already recorded the meat, and we know. Well, we don't know, but we know.
Oh, honey, we know.
You know too.
Yeah, you saw the title. You know the vibes. And the results are in.
And according to the lateral flow test, I do not have COVID. Yay.
Come on,
imagine if I showed you and you were like, no, Natalie, that's a positive result.
Oh my God. It's like when you do a pregnancy test, I still don't know.
Oh, no, don't.
I still don't know which one's which. I'm like, is this 2 is pregnant, right?
I think so, but sometimes they have, I think it's just easier to get the ones that say the words pregnant, not pregnant.
True that.
Yeah, just splash out. In fact, you can get the own brand. It's the same thing.
Is it? Because clearly
I've had bad
doesn't
results
seem to
with
agree.
Everything. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. God, I thought that I had done that test wrong. I thought I was going to get a void sample because, let me tell you, Ruth, I just, when I was doing the back of the throat scrapey, I was
you couldn't
gagging.
Go long enough, yeah.
I had to like pull it out because I was actually just gagging all the time. I wouldn't even get a little bit in with the swab before I started. But like, I mean, it's very strange because
I'm usually like glug, glug, glug.
Well, bigger things going in. I was going to say going in further, but that's not true.
Absolutely not. Just a tip for me, thanks. Just a little lick.
Yeah, you enjoy that, right, guys?
I don't give a fuck what you enjoy. I do not do that anymore.
Okay, so now that we all know that I am in the clear for COVID, I figure I should still do it. Yeah,
you should definitely
a PCR
still do it.
test.
Yeah.
Just because it's on its way, hopefully with the correct apparatus in it this time
also,
around.
I'm not convinced. We'll see. This could just be a really bad cold.
No, I think it could just
horrible.
Be a terrible, terrible cold. The only reason why obviously I'm doing this is because of the bloody cough.
Oh, shit. You can bet. Oh, yeah.
Listen. Okay, so I am fresh off watching Desperate Housewives season 6 episode 10 boom crash, is that what it's called?
Which I think is a really crude name for an episode where there's a plane crash and somebody dies, but yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. Somebody dies, somebody gets paralyzed, 2 people die.
Who else? She doesn't count.
No, Mona, she was awful. She was absolutely awful.
Also, she obviously wouldn't die like that. It was like a comedy death.
It was a comedy death.
Don't know. We basically watched the episode of Desperate Housewives. So this is season 6. This is a season after they've skipped forward 5 years. And it's a Christmas episode. And
Sorry, I forgot. I forgot that they had a season there. It was like, okay, we can't be bothered to explain what's happened in the past 5 years. Fast forward. What the fuck? That's sloppy.
Oh, it gets worse. This is the season after Carlos has regained his sight, because if you remember, Carlos went blind, but now can see. But he can now see. Listen. So yeah, a lot has happened in Wisteria Lane. The villains of this season.
Okay, that explains not Gloria, damn it, Gabby and Carlos's kids. That explains why they're older.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I love the kids when they get older.
Oh yeah, one is just so sassy. But I'd forgotten about the kids completely.
Oh my god. The Juanita's storyline gets progressively better in the season before. I haven't watched the whole season because the season before is arguably the worst season of Desperate Housewives ever made. It's so bad.
Well, there are 10 to choose from, right?
Oh no, but it isn't. The villain storyline is excellent because it's when the blonde guy with the evil eyes comes.
Oh god.
It's just the other bits of the storyline are really tedious. Like that's why they switched up the Gabby and Carlos story, because it's just like it was getting so boring and kind of depressing. And also it was really fat shamey, like the whole thing. A lot of obsessing about her kid's weight. It was just like, come on.
But the whole Desperate Housewives is like very fat phobic. That whole franchise.
Oh my god, yeah. Did you hear
the episode afterwards? Because I watched the episode after this because I just had to know who I couldn't remember.
I just had to know what happened.
Yeah, and it went into the like, what if, where they all imagine their lives if something else had happened, and Susan imagined her life if she'd stayed married to Carl, and she gets like.
Carl is so
fat,
sexy.
Not even fat.
I remember that.
And then Mike doesn't want her. I mean, because she's married, but it's kind of insinuated that it's because.
Oh my god, I'm not hot anymore. I hate her. She's my least favorite character. She adds to the storyline. I can't lie. Brie, the actress who plays Brie Vanderwood, the Vanderwoodson. Brie Vanderkamp. I don't fucking know. I've watched all of this show. That's so bad.
How many times?
Said when it was on, she was like, they're basically paying me not to eat. And I'll never forget that because I just thought it was so funny.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it really was like that in the noughties. Everyone had to be thin as fuck.
Yeah.
What a time.
Oh, jeez. So
remember Beyonce's diet?
Oh, maple syrup and cayenne pepper.
No, 2 slices of tomato and 2 slices of cucumber and a slice of tomato for lunch. I'll never forget.
Sorry, say that again. 2 slices of cucumber
and a slice of tomato. I actually want to find out, where did we get that from? I'm sure it's from an actual interview. But like everyone used to have to be at the top of your game. You had to be on a diet and everything. It was a crazy time.
I really struggle because I don't really like cucumber or tomato on its own.
On its own, they're garnishes, honey. I'm going to need you in a BLT.
Or sauces.
Or a gin and tonic. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what cucumber is for.
Cucumber in my gin and tomato on my pizza or in my pasta sauce.
Cucumber chopped into tiny bits is great on a kebab. Really really adds to the flavours.
And the crunch. Cucumber in a tzatziki, sure.
Oh, come on.
In a raita, great. But those are accompaniments to other bigger things.
Very random, but shout out to Turkish people for being like, honestly, one of the few people on earth that have made cucumber pop. Like, whenever I go to a Turkish restaurant, I haven't been in a while because I used to live in East London, always eating Turkish food. They put cucumber in so much where I would usually hate, I'm just like, oh, that was
really adding.
Perfect ingredient to add. And they love a chopped tomato and chopped onion.
Doing a lot for the PR of cucumbers.
Yeah, they are. I've never been to Turkey.
No,
I feel like it's crazy because it's just there. I'd love to go. And it's hot and the food slaps. What more could you want?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It used to be really cheap to travel to, but I don't think it is anymore.
Probably not.
I mean, when I say cheap, I mean considering it's relatively far compared to places that are long haul and more expensive. Yeah. Oh my God, I need to go on bloody holiday. Anyway, sorry, enough about that.
So, yes, holidays, planes, Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, and it was a Christmas episode, which I forgot. And
where is Fairview?
Okay, Fairview is in Wisteria. I don't know. Let me check. I'm sure it was. I feel like it's in the. Why do I want to say the East Coast?
It's got to be south because if it was like east, it would be hot. But it has. Why is it Christmas and why is it sunny?
It's freezing. Oh, I see what you mean. But it's not in the south though.
But it can't. Where else is going to be that sunny in December?
But it could be sunny. No, they didn't even have coats on.
Yeah. They had sweaters on, but that was really just for festivity, not for warmth.
It can't be. Okay, while I Google, let's get into the fact that they had having a plane crash in a Christmas episode is a bit mad. Having a plane crash on a small suburban lane is the first time they had that. That's when I actually stopped watching Desperate Housewives, because I was like, that's where I had to draw the line. So I was like, this is ridiculous.
For your own self-respect, you've got to draw the line somewhere. And for you, that line is a non-commercial plane
crashing onto a suburban lane.
A banner plane using a suburban lane as a runway.
But now, I live quite near to an airport, and here's a funny drug story. So I do not smoke at all anymore. Like, I'll take the odd edible, which is fine, doesn't affect me, but it puts me to sleep. But I can't really smoke. So what happened was, this is like first lockdown, anxiety through the roof. I smoke, and smoking around my family home gives me major anxiety anyway, because my parents do not play those games. So I smoke, I'm upstairs or whatever, I'm chilling. I hear a plane fly overhead. I have a panic attack, fall to the bathroom
Johnny
floor.
Darko style.
Oh, fuck that guy. I don't know what he's imagining. Sorry. I don't know why I have such a problem with Johnny Darko. I still don't get the film. Okay? I don't get it. I fall to the floor. I'm having a panic attack, and I'm just like, I can't stop thinking, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die right now. I'm going to die. This plane is going to crash to this house, because it's so loud. And then I told my therapist, and she was like, yeah, stop smoking. And I was like, you're the second therapist to say that to me.
But I will seek a third opinion. Thank you, and good night.
Keep experimenting. But the thing is, I'd already stopped. Like, I don't really smoke regularly, so I'll just smoke once in a while. But for me, that was just like this is like, for me now, an occasion thing. I can't just, it's like almost like the same way I can't really just, I do, I'm not gonna lie, but I have to like really keep an eye on it. I can't just drink anymore. I have to like literally have a tracker of how much I've drank so I can keep on top of it. Like, I just can't indulge in anything. Like, if I was to smoke, if I was to go out and stuff, or if it was an occasion, I'd smoke. And I don't mind an edible, because I feel like that's different. But I can't just be smoking anything, especially not in a high pressure situation like being at home. I just don't have the dopamine for it. I just don't. It is what it is.
That is a funny drug story.
It's
funny what it was touted as.
Oh, it was funny, because it's just like me having like a tiny bit of a spliff and thinking I'm going to die because a plane is going to crash into my house is insane.
At what point did you realise that you were okay, or that not that you were okay, but that it was going to be okay?
I don't remember.
How long were you in the bathroom, do you think?
Oh, it's an ensuite. I just hang out there sometimes, to be honest. I love the bathroom. I've always been a bathroom kind of girl. But it's only funny because then after I watched this episode, because recently, so I watched Desperate Housewives from season 6 to season 10. Is it 10? I don't fucking care. Because I was like, I have to finish it. And so I started on season 6. And after the plane crash episode, I was like, and like when it first aired, I was like, that was actually a pretty good episode, but this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, because it would never happen. Sober, I'm now afraid of planes. And the thing is, you don't hear them that often. So when you do, it's like, is this how I die? Is this a dumb place to live? But yeah.
I feel like, especially in England, you're never that far away from a flight path.
God damn it.
It's just too small. There are quite a lot of major airports.
Yeah, you know? I know what you mean, actually. For such a small island, it's just like, where's everybody going? And why can't I go? But yeah, this, what do you think? Because this episode had a lot of dumb storylines. So what do you think was the dumbest of all the storylines?
I mean, I really don't like Mona. And I feel like that whole...
Who?
Mona, you know, the nurse that had the comedy death, who was blackmailing the I can't remember what they're called, the new family that comes to Wisteria Lane, who are on the run from the feds.
Who are the feds, by the way? The FBI? I don't know.
Who aren't the feds? I guess it's the FBI.
To be fair, on Wisteria Lane, everybody is the feds. You can't trust those people with anything, except for Brie. Brie will hold you down. The rest of them are all snitches.
I couldn't really follow, or I couldn't remember why Lynette and Carl, why did Carl fire Lynette? That whole thing was a mess.
So Carlos hired Lynette. They were working together.
But can I just say, why have some Carl and Carlos? Come on, guys. Mix it up a bit.
Sorry, every time you say
Carl, he's dreamy.
He's so the fact that of all the people who've ever been on that show, he's the one where I'm just like, if you were real,
you would
get it. She really says a lot about me, because wasn't he a cheater and everything? Oh, we could have an open relationship. I do not care.
Okay, so Carlos fires Lynette.
Okay. Carlos hires Lynette and she's working for him, and I don't think he owns it. He's running a branch of a company. He's really successful, blah, 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 blah. After he regains his sight, very problematic or whatever. So somebody in the company becomes pregnant after he was about to promote them, but then they're pregnant. So he doesn't give them the promotion, and he confides that in Lynette. So she gets the promotion instead, but she's actually pregnant.
Oh, yes.
Something like that. Which I feel like her hiding her pregnancy is fair, because was she going to not take a raise because she's having a baby? But then I can't. Then Carlos is so upset that she lied to him that he is. Sorry, guys, I'm having loads of technical issues tonight. It's a bit of a nightmare. As my cousin said earlier, when are you not having technical issues?
Okay. I
was like,
never. Hey. We're always having technical issues, okay? That's not my fault. Won't be accountable for it.
It's just the internet, man. You can't control the weather or the internet, unfortunately. No.
I feel like we deserve better internet, though. Maybe that's...
No, broadband is expensive. We do. We definitely do.
Thank you.
And the amount they spend on those adverts. Honey, they can upgrade our wires.
Stop telling me you're doing cool fiber optic cabling work in my area. Well, you're fucking not. Anyway, let's quickly get back to the dumbest things about
this
Desperate Housewives episode.
So your dumbest thing was that the nurse got hit by a plane conveniently as she was is it that specific bit? Just as she's blackmailing the family and they don't have enough money, a plane comes out of the sky and kills just her.
Not happening.
Okay.
Also, what I thought was
I'm kind of glad though. I like the. Oh, what was funny?
What, the comeuppance?
Oh no, I was just glad she was gone because she was I really liked the blonde lady in the family who was a New Yorker. So I was like, glad that nurse was gone. She was annoying me.
Yeah, but then her sister comes. Her sister's going to come now. And her sister's fucking annoying.
Who's her sister?
The sister is the one that's actually even worse than her, that comes and is like, why did my sister die? What did she know? Unless that's a different storyline.
No, you're thinking of okay, in the first 2 seasons, no, because this is a major storyline in Desperate Housewives. It's in the first 2 and then it comes back later at the end. So Paul Young, the wife of the narrator, so you know the narrator kills herself. Sorry to do gun fingers, that was so crude. Sorry about that. Paul Young was her husband. One of the neighbours who was messing with the narrator while she was alive, which kind of I'm sending her letter saying, I know your secret, kind of drove her to suicide in the storyline. Then Paul Young kills that woman, and his sister, who is an amazing actress, sorry, I don't know her name, iconic character, is like, has her and Paul Young get into this like Tom and Jerry, this Desperate Housewives murder plot. And she even eventually goes as far as to get her daughter to because she pretends that she's dead. She fakes her own death, so Paul Young, and frames Paul Young for it, so he goes to prison.
Right,
Then
yeah.
She's spotted at like a petrol station, so Paul Young gets freed. But her backup plan was to get her daughter, while Paul Young was in prison, her daughter to fall in and to marry Paul Young. And then, so her daughter's on the inside to find out his secrets. But she actually ends up also committing suicide in hospital and leaving her kidney to Susan.
Oh, yes. Gosh, this is the most Desperate Housewives shit I have ever heard.
So that's who you're thinking of. This was
sorry.
But no, I know why, because the nurse was kind of like the second nosy neighbour, the original nosy neighbour. Oh, you couldn't put a candle to her. She was off her rocker.
What I was going to say is when the aeroplane is going over Wisteria Lane and you get an aerial view of Wisteria Lane, it's just like in the middle of a fucking field. It's like in the middle of rural farmland. This super, super suburban road in the middle of just farmland. It wouldn't be like that. You would have farmhouses in that kind of landscape, not fucking suburban.
I don't know, because the suburbs I've lived in Birmingham, it's like that. You only drive like a bit out and there is loads of farmland. Sorry, guys, Natalie's on mute and is coughing her little heart out. You better keep that little heart in. Keep it in your chest. Sorry. But yeah, you would never get that. There would be other houses around it, or like you said, everyone would be living in a farmhouse. It
wouldn't just be one fucking house, one fucking suburban lane.
Yeah, there would be other lanes. And she said when she was in the plane that all she can see is like houses. So it's weird because I didn't pay attention.
Continuity error.
Oh, honey. If ever there was going to be one, it's going to be on this fucking episode. I thought the dumbest thing was the sexiest character of all time dying in a children's playhouse, fighting with his the woman he's having affairs with, husband that she's divorcing from. Yeah, I just thought it was just kind of crazy.
It was a bit convenient, wasn't it? It's just he's dead.
So upset that Carl died. I was hoping it would be awesome. Even the second time I seen it, because I can't remember I don't think I watched it the first time. I think I just heard that Carl died. But yeah, I wanted it to be awesome because Carl and Brie were kind of hot together, and Awesome was annoying. Why did he die like that?
Annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah.
And he had so many villain plot lines that just didn't make sense. He was just obsessed with Brie. Move on. And she's a good cook though.
She is at her lemon scones.
Yeah. And plus I was going to say she's cool to drink with, but she's a recovering alcoholic, so she doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. She's like the only Republican fictional character I've ever liked.
Sorry, Fitz.
Oh my God. What is it? Oh my God, my TV type of white men is basically Fitz and Carl.
That's terrifying, but you're in good company because that's mine too. Oh man, Fitz.
Oh, but yours is also like that. What's his name? Adam Brody and that genre. Whereas I feel like I don't really go there. I don't think.
Wow.
I don't really do that.
I just want full toxic masculinity.
Honestly, I want like a bit of like an older man who you can tell works out, but isn't like a gym guy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe plays a sport, maybe a squash.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe he's a squash guy. But anyway,
racquetball.
And he's definitely a dirty dog. You can just tell by the way he looks at you, full of lust. I love a man full of lust.
Yeah, until he's had you,
actually.
And then he's looking past you.
No. I want him to want to have me forever. I want the
Well, that's what you want, Ruth. But we've watched enough TV to know how it goes with these men.
I don't know. I feel like.
Although, to be fair, Fitz and Olivia,
honey, like a drug.
Yeah,
terrible relationship.
That's always worked out well.
I mean, drug addiction is a good thing, right?
I revert back to the funny drug story of earlier on in the episode.
But
I draw your attention to exhibit
legalize weed, you guys. I don't want to put you off. Because also we need to legalize all drugs so we can have more honest conversations. Because sometimes, because everyone wants weed legalized in the UK, it's still illegal for some reason. We have to pretend like there's no downside or anything. But oh my God, have I ever done this analogy on this show? Because I feel like I've been gagging to do it, so I probably did it 6 times.
Okay,
It's me smoking weed in a country where weed is illegal. It's literally like me drinking like hooch when I want. Do you know what I mean? Like every time you order a drink, imagine if you went to buy a drink and someone was like, okay, this is bourbon. And you just have to take their word for it. And they're like, okay, this is 40% proof. And it's actually 80.
Yeah.
It's actually absinthe. And you're like, oh, shit. But you don't know until you've ingested it. And even when you go to the same person over and over and over, there was one guy in London, but I shouldn't have trusted him because he was always trying to sell me coke. And I was like, I never trust him. He's clearly he's like, listen.
This is where the margins are.
Trying to get you on that. Every time he's always asking me, I'm like, I don't. And he called it Charlie, which I find really disturbing. No, I do not want cocaine. No. It's Tuesday night.
Charlie just feels like a really
sleazy man.
Naughties.
It is very nice, yeah. But there's no other nickname for it that's really ever caught on in the UK. I call it cocaine, but I don't think that's very subtle.
No, not at all. I think I just call it cocaine. Yeah. Party powder. That's also not very subtle.
You've never said that.
You're a dealer.
Just to my friends.
Excuse me. I'm here for the party powder. 5 grams, please.
Okay, I might regret. No, I shouldn't tell that story on there. One day I'll have the guts to tell a story on there. It's not about me taking it's about me seeing them being sold. I was never a drug dealer, guys. You know that by looking. Then again, I know so many people who at university sold drugs.
But you're just with the best will in the world and said with love, you're not like inconspicuous enough.
You know, I would get caught on day one.
You would draw so much attention to yourself.
I know what I could do.
Okay.
There is a job I could do in the trade, and I have been offered that job before, but I was too scared. It doesn't involve selling. It doesn't matter. Anyway, everything I say is allegedly. Nothing has ever been offered to me. Fuck the Fed. I am the Fed.
We don't do anything.
We don't know what drugs are.
Party powder is
donut powder. Linseed balm. Oh, shit.
No, I was just trying to think of what it could be. Paracetamol crushed up, but that's a bit dark stuff.
So disgusting. Have you ever had that when it's in your throat? To be fair, the powdered version of paracetamol in water is disgusting, but for me, it always works so much better.
That's the trick, yeah.
And it's just better. It's just so disgusting. I'd rather take the horrible pills that get stuck in your throat.
I don't really. She says, really struggling to speak. I don't really take medicine.
Oh, really? I could never have guessed.
No, I like my body to try and work itself out.
I'm sorry, Natalie, this is no shade to you. I know you can take it like a champ, but I have such a disdain for people who don't take medicine. I hate them. It's like when you have a headache and you say to someone, they're like, I've got a headache. And you're like, just take some paracetamol. And they're like, no, I don't take. And I want to knock them in the face. So now I just don't get involved because I'm just like, you are just putting yourself in a self-imposed prison.
I just don't have it though. It's just not in the house.
I'm not talking about you now. I'm just literally
in general, sure, yeah.
No, I'm thinking of this guy you used to work with. Yeah. Also, he's working for a pharma company, so it's just like, get off your fucking line.
You've got the stuff
Stick
here.
Out your ass.
I think I'm a bit like masochistic.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do that too. when I'm ill for a long time, like if I'm ill for a second or if I'm ill for a moment, at first I'm really efficient. Every 4 hours I'm taking my painkillers, I don't give a heck. But then after a while I'm just like, can't be arsed, and I'm just wandering around the house with a fever, confused. Oh my God, I used to pour cough medicine in, not prescription strength, pour cough medicine in
Like a Calpol.
a drink, try and down it. This is when I was in my early 20s and just irresponsible, and I just smoked loads and I just hope it would go away. Now I'm just like, honey, every 4 hours, unless it's period pain, I always take painkillers for period pain. Guys, this episode is not what I thought it was going to be. I'm so sorry.
It's everything I thought it was going to be. Smidgen of Desperate Housewives, a lot of coughing.
Oh, bless you.
No,
if you told me, I would have said let's skip this week, honestly.
No, I know, but I just figured let's just do it. Just see
give the people what they want.
I just thought I'm so sorry. Real quick. Because I am going to have to go and take myself to bed. But maybe we should round this out, if the internet permits, with a BuzzFeed quiz. I haven't found one yet, but I feel like we need to know which Desperate Housewife we are.
Look how excited I am. A Desperate Housewife BuzzFeed quiz. I love that. We'll definitely do another.
The question is which one? Because you know that there's going to be several quizzes.
Oh my God, how did I end up on Disney? Because that's just like a home. 21. No. I'm not reading 20. Maybe next week we'll read out loud the 21 ridiculous Desperate Housewife moments, and we'll just really get into them.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yes, let's do that to really do just Desperate Housewives justice. But let somebody else do the work, the groundwork.
Oh, do you want to do it now?
No. Next week we'll do the quiz now.
I was like, I'm confused. I'm trying to find the quiz, but. Oh my God, Desperate House. Remember when Lynette almost died? She had cancer. So much has happened to these people. And I guess in your life a lot does happen. But still. I'm going to try and find out next week how Carlos got his sight back. Because obviously I don't mind if he temporarily lost his sight. I've known people who get into accidents and then they you have to regain a part of your body. That's completely normal. But they really did make it seem like he'd lost his vision forever. So
there was obviously maybe they did like a focus group, and that's why they were like, we need to fast forward this shit. They did because those when they got older, they had like the twins to play with. That was a good storyline. Do you know what I mean? They had Gabby's kids were older. That was fun. And apart from that, they didn't gain anything. I've sent you the quiz. It's everyone's personality matches a Desperate Housewife. Here's yours. Okay. Have you got it? Oh, you're on mute, love. Yeah. Okay.
The first question. How would you describe... Oh, sorry, I can't read. How would your friends describe you? Fun-loving, free-spirited, down-to-earth, or sophisticated? In my mind, sophisticated, but in real life... Natalie, as my friend, how would you describe me out of those 4 words? Because
say them again.
Fun-loving. Yeah. Oh, have you got it? I want you to do it as well.
Yeah, I'm just... It's taking its time to load, so...
Okay.
I'm just going to pull it up on my phone.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to give some filler. Just to say, because I did say I wasn't... I can't speak. Shout out to Summer Walker for making a phenomenal album. A masterpiece. I don't even know what to call it. I just really enjoy the album. And it's really irritating me that people are... By people, I mean men, are just trying to make this into a men are from Venus, women are from... Where are men from? I don't give a fuck. From one of the other planets. Do you know what I mean? Who cares? It doesn't make any sense. I'm sick of that shit. This isn't the gender war that you're constantly having, like weirdos. This is a really, really good album, and you should just.
What do you mean? What are men saying?
Because a lot of the album is basically the fallout of her basically realizing the father of her child is a piece of shit, and she's had a baby with him. She's spending her pregnancy alone. It's a very common theme in R&B where it's like I feel like basically young entertainers, in women especially, will date like these men in the industry who are just the worst. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then they'll have a child, and then that's when they really realize how bad it is.
Mm.
So she's talking about that openly and stuff. And I get that, like, so people are like, oh, yeah, trying to be all like, yeah, go men, sea boys or whatever. And it's just like, can you just pull your finger out your ass and realize this is a human being who's made herself so vulnerable and open to talk about something that is usually quite stigmatized and like shameful for women, and just enjoy this really good body of work, because her last album was so hyped. Everyone loved it because it had like a lot of party tracks on it. To be honest, I'm not saying I didn't like it, but it doesn't, for me personally, it doesn't even touch the sides of this album, because with this album, she's brought in a lot of soul elements that were on her EP. Whereas this one isn't just like purely pie R&B. There's like a lot of soul in there. I just think she's done a phenomenal job. Brilliant body of work. And it takes a lot to just... People think you can just sit down and just say it how it is. That's the hardest thing to do, man. I'll write something and then I'm like, I'm absolutely not letting people know that's how it is. Yeah. Or I'll limit myself and be like, okay, you can have 3 songs on here that are you and your feelings. And I mean, Natalie, you're going to hear the finished body of work I've been working on and be like, you're sad the whole way. Shut the fuck up.
I know what you mean, though. You can't, it's hard to lay yourself bare.
Yeah, like I did it in one song and I've been working on that song. Sorry to make this about me. I'm just saying, like, everyone, there's a point in your life where you have to be like, even on this podcast, we've had moments where we've said things and it's just like, delete that immediately.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Sometimes we do. We delete that whole episode one week.
Oh, true.
But that's also because I spiraled majorly. I was thinking about that today, like, because all the things that were in my life at that time, which I felt so like, oh my God, freaked out by, I still here, but I'm fine. If anything, I'm doing more. My anxiety was so bad at that point.
Okay, not to trivialize. Yeah. So not to trivialize your anxiety. I'm like,
I don't give a fuck. Let's do this quiz.
Unfortunately, anxious isn't one of these words, so I'm going to have to pick something else.
If you would honestly only describe me as anxious, I need a new personality. I can't change. How would you describe me?
Fun-loving, free-spirited, down-to-earth, sophisticated.
I don't think I'm a free spirit, though. I just do whatever I want. I don't think that means you're a free spirit.
I think you're pretty down to earth.
Oh, I hate that. But I'll go down to earth. But I also hate fun-loving.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I don't know if I'm any of these either.
What did you pick for yourself? I think you're in between sophisticated and free-spirited.
Oh, really?
No, I would go down to earth as well.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Whose house do we want to live in?
They've given us 4 suburban houses to pick, and obviously the best house is on the bottom right.
Bree. Is that Bree's house?
Oh, I don't know if they are actually the housewives' houses.
Oh, I thought that yellow one was Gabrielle and Carl.
I think that's Susan's house. No, that's Javier's house. I love that house. Yeah, I'd live in that house. The inside of that house is banging. I've already clicked Breeze anyway. How would you describe your sense of fashion? Fun and sexy.
Comfortable and casual. That's what it is now, unfortunately. Fuck, I'm heading for like Lynette, I feel.
Yeah, I'm like Lynette the early years. before she had the really severe haircut, but also before she got a bit sexy. Yeah, I'm going to go... Oh, I hate that for me. I want to be comfortable and sexy. That is literally me. I'm comfortable and sexy.
Chill and flirty. Is that not comfortable and sexy? Just
no, but I'll take it. The fact that I just shimmied and my breasts now move, I can't get used to it.
I'm comfortable and casual, unfortunately.
I don't think you are. I would say you're more... Oh, yeah, because these are the ones.
Yeah, I'm not any of the other ones.
I would also go with chill and flowy, but okay. What do you like the most about yourself? Oh, I wonder what Natalie's going to pick. I'm actually going to say my sense of humour. Is that weird? I love my personality.
Isn't it weird how all of these things are like physical attributes apart from sense of humor?
It's basically like you're either banging or you have a sense of humor. And
you're very funny.
Yeah. And where's the one about my ass cheeks, for God's sake? Obviously, that's my favorite thing about myself.
Yeah, I think my sense of humor is probably better than my hair, but I'll put my hair.
Pick an outfit. Oh, I do love. Anyway, pick an outfit. Oh my God, those little black.
The bottom two feel too similar, except for the red one is like a bit like, I like sexy frumpy.
I think that's Terry Hatcher. I would take the bottom.
I'm going for the Gabby one.
Oh, is that Gabby in the black?
No.
Oh my God, you went full gown. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the little black dress. I feel like that's quite my. Okay, pick a dream job.
CEO is not a dream job. CEO of what?
Well, technically, you are a CEO and talk show.
That is so true. Boom.
I mean, if you want to get into it, that's what you do.
That's true.
Living my dreams, sweetie. I'm gonna go CEO. Yeah.
Talk show host. Come on, I can't be both if you're not both.
No, it's not my dream job. I mean, when I say CEO, I just
mean... think that this is my dream, if you can see me now, this is not my dream. But I am having a lot of fun, I must say. Yeah. Okay, I'm still going CEO and talk show host.
Yeah,
because I can do it all, even when I'm sick.
I really could. I can see you as like a host. I've thought about it.
Oh, thank you.
What's most important to you? Oh my God, obviously my clothes.
My electronics.
Even though none of them fit me. Yeah, like your laptop, your equipment, your lighting.
I know, it's just
your kettle, your fridge. Your fridge is gorgeous.
Yeah, I love my fridge. Probably a huge energy leak, but whatever.
Fuck the ozone layer. We're joking, by the way. God bless them.
We love the ozone layer.
Hanging on by a thread. It's not funny.
Okay, what's most important to you? Clothes, electronics. I love how it also has to say "my" in front of everything, just to really hammer home the ownership. My clothes,
because if it didn't say that, I would say jewelry.
Yeah, but like, I have jewelry, so.
And then I'm like, oh, my jewelry. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. And if I had a car that was mine, maybe that would be one of the most important things to me.
Yeah, but you have a shared car. That counts.
Yeah, but
I don't give a heck about it.
Not my responsibility. Okay, yeah, I guess my clothes then. Oh God, no, probably my
laptop is my laptop is the most important thing to me. I rely on this thing.
like my phone and
everything on it. But I'm still going to say my clothes. Fuck you, laptop. Oh, childish.
Oh, wow.
Pick a word to describe your current love life.
Fuck you.
Oh my God, in between chaotic and passionate. Mm.
Oh, that's I am just good for you.
No, that's terrible. That's like the worst combination. That's basically
that's funny because I'm in between boring and stable in that it's nothing, which is boring.
That's ideal. That's what you want. I can't even say chaos. You want a stable life. That's the goal.
With no love.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say boring.
I'm going to say passionate, but I'm miserable.
I feel like you're going to be offended by the next question.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Tom Scarvo is nobody's least favourite Desperate Housewives.
He had a phase. He saved it in the end. He's lovable.
True, but come on. Out of all the fucking bullshit characters.
There are so many. These aren't even the good villains. Orson, as much as he's annoying, I wouldn't say he's my least favourite because he really does actually add to the storyline.
That guy, I'm not picking Edie, even though she was heinous, but
so annoying.
Brilliant. It's got to be Dave Williams. He was awful.
Yeah, but he was also a brilliant character. It's got to be Tom.
I guess it's
Tom. Fuck Tom.
Yeah, I guess he was kind of like meh.
At times he was kind of sexy, though. I'll give him that. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, hot.
I'm going to have to go Orson. Who's my least favourite? It's actually probably Edie. Yeah, Dave. But Dave.
I'm going to go Dave.
I should have gone
Ooh.
Orson. Pick your favourite secondary Desperate Housewives character. I don't think Carlos is a secondary
absolutely a primary character. Mike also is a primary character, or just because he's not one of the housewives.
No, yeah, it's basically there's the 4 housewives are the main characters.
Yeah, but you can't put Carlos and Mike on the same level as Preston and Porter, for fuck's sake.
No, they are really integral characters, especially when they're older. Older Preston and Porter are actually my favourites, I would say. But yeah, I'm going to go with Carlos because Carlos and Gabby's relationship is everything I want to know. Not everything, but I just mean the way they feel about each other. You got Gabby.
Got my result. I did, yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so scared I've got Susan. I got Susan! The thing is, I hate Susan.
Sorry, how is it that I picked
Susan.
Comfortable and casual clothing and you picked flirty and cool, whatever it was, chill and flirty, and you still got Susan?
Well, but Susan wears a lot of lingerie in her defense.
Oh,
the thing about Susan is...
In her defense, in your defense.
Oh, fuck. Wow. No, but even watching Susan, sometimes it's annoying, but I would probably do the same thing. Your kind, gentle nature is what attracts people to you. That is a goddamn lie. I know what they like. I know what these guys are like. No, Mike, maybe it is. While you come off as a little bit spacey and playful, this is so offensive.
Wow.
After that weed story, who am I to say anything? You're still a total badass when you need to be. You're incredibly patient.
Sorry, what?
And relaxed. I'm learning. But you have your limits and you aren't afraid to stand up for what you believe in. That's a fact. Who doesn't have a limit? Come on. At the end of the day, you know how to use your cute as a button personality to get in the head as well. Sometimes, yeah. But people really shouldn't underestimate you. Suggesting that they do, offensive. What is yours say?
Mine says, you're a total spitfire. You say exactly what's on your mind as soon as you think it, and you're always willing to be your uncensored self. Mm-hmm. From time to time, your hot temper and complete lack of filter can get you into trouble. You can come off as a little bit aggressive, but it's only because you're incredibly sensitive deep down. You're a hopeless romantic and you fall in love easily. It just takes you a while to show it.
I'd say some of that's pretty accurate.
Some of it.
Yeah, I think some of it's pretty
accurate. Couldn't tell the woman who was ordering me a COVID test that I could just do this shit online.
Gabrielle would have been like, yeah, okay, bye.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, I'm Susan, who gets a fucking life story from the woman, and you're Capri.
Oh my God, I know what you mean, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is so random, but there's this episode where maybe we have to watch it like in 10 years if we're still doing this podcast.
Wow.
Like, by that point, we've watched every individual episode. Then again, we record so few episodes, we wouldn't have even watched the whole of Desperate Housewives.
No, I don't think we could transition this to a Desperate Housewives podcast.
Not after. If this was our audition tape.
Oh God, they're cutting it, yeah. We phoned it in today.
Come back. Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear you, so I was just singing. Yeah, I think we should wrap it up. Like you guys should.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my God, I'm really nervous about the results of my STI test, but we'll talk about that after.
Because I'm doing that live, like the COVID test.
Oh my God. To be honest,
I
haven't had much action in like the last 2 years. But that's not the point. I hadn't taken one from before.
Guys, get tested.
I always worry this will be the one episode that someone I know listens to and they're like, you are not. Yeah, I'm exactly who most people think I am. I haven't changed. I don't think I present myself in a better light anywhere else. Okay. Ripping it up and wrapping it up. No? Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, wait, rewind the tape.